Hello and welcome to episode 41 of A Dose of SinSanity. I am GR3, joined by just Jamokin today. Well, she couldn't join us, unfortunately. But that's not going to stop us. We're going to kind of roll into this episode here. And have you heard the news, Jamokin?
Yes, I heard that Welshie is not here. It
Yeah, that
is
is the news. But
heartbreaking.
the news that I'm referring to is we have suspensions. Oh, I know.
Suspensions.
Yes, just the tingles
Oh,
inside. Oh, man.
I I love rules.
I love rules. I love suspensions. I think it's such a great thing that they added. I think it was last season that they started doing this stuff. And
Mm.
oh goodness, what time? Like, I appreciate the idea that if somebody like really fucks up, it's not the team's responsibility, or like it's not like the whole team kind of getting a bullshit drop penalty. Like, if you're going to be a cocksucker in games, then you're going to be punished for that.
Honestly,
Yeah, and I don't know about you, but following rules is not difficult. Uh,
it's not. We have the 3-step program.
I thought it was a 4 step.
I'll give you 4 steps.
But yeah, like,
So I have to ask, did they finally get Seth? That toxic piece of shit.
oh man, dude. One point this season, I'm going to get him to BM somebody, and I'm going to wear that draft penalty on my sleeve. Though maybe that's not the right choice anymore, because now we're getting
Suspensions.
we're getting suspensions for these, which is honestly to me better. Um, but now it makes me want to not have Seth BM anybody. Uh, but let's read out some of these, right? Like the first one is one series suspension of player Hexy on collateral damage in Challenger League for disrespectful and repeated unsportsmanlike all chat in last night's series. More punishments may be forthcoming for other players as we review, although it appears that the initial catalyst for this interaction happened outside of official lobby/game. Behavior in games. We're a fun league. I want to highlight this. We are a fun league, but we expect players to treat each other with respect. Now that's important, so hold that for later. Unless you know the players on other teams and are good friends, please refrain from all chatting things like GG easy or anything that would be considered bad manner.
Anything that would be considered bad manner, right? I heard that correct?
Yeah, anything that would be considered bad manner. Uh,
Okay. For the
just
fun league that we'd be respectful in.
yeah, for the fun league. It's a fun league.
Okay.
So we need to treat each other with respect.
All right.
Does also follow full disclosure that due to a potential admin conflict of interest due to matchups, this decision was made jointly by Dobbs and Subwoofer without direct input from Gambit. Which I do think that's actually really good for the admins to state that, well, Gambit does have some kind of like conflict of interest. We're going to remove
Yeah,
him so that
COI.
it's an unbiased thing. I love this personally. I think that it's directly targeting the issue that we have of people BMing in games. And then we talked about this before of like some people think that they know others better than what like in turn the other person thinks, right? Like I've played against Frost before, but I don't claim to know Frost. Like he's just a guy I've played against, and as much as this like little bit that we've communicated with each other, I love the guy. Like he's a really, really genuine, great dude in my opinion. But that doesn't mean that he thinks the same about me or thinks that we're close enough to where I can go into a game and I can start all chatting him and start say like BMing out of what I would consider fun, but he may be like, yo, you don't know me like this. You know what I mean? So I think
Yeah.
this kind of targets this. I don't like the idea. Like this is something that's
No, that rule has major flaws.
constantly like saying unless you know players on the other team. Like this invites people for those accidental oopsies, right? And it also
Yeah.
invites people to be like, well, I thought we were good friends and we know each other and like all this stuff. So I decided to all chat out of friendliness. Like that's opening up for people to get in trouble, and then it's just treat each other with respect. Like even if you're good friends, like just don't talk. Like just captains only in chat. I don't know. I mean, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, and you know what? I feel like since the admins are being, given full disclosure, I feel like we should give full disclosure that we're just playing characters and this is all satire. I shouldn't have to explain that. Just so that it's all laid out there very nicely for that disclosure aspect.
So does that
Um,
mean, just out of question, with
yeah,
it being satire, and with
yeah,
us
playing
playing
characters.
characters,
Yeah,
we have the ability to act as however the heck we want.
whatever the fuck we want.
Whatever the
Like
fuck
honestly,
we want to do.
okay, I'm gonna call it out right now, 8012. If you're not at least divine, you're fucking shit. Like honestly, don't even type in the Discord. Don't even show up to your fucking games. Like no one cares. No one wants to watch you. Not press fucking B. Like you're shit. You're fucking ass. The fact that you guys are even all chatting in your fucking games, embarrassing. How do you think you're fucking good? You're shit. You're all fucking shit. Like honestly,
But
it's fucking embarrassing.
that's satire, and because
It's satire, though.
because
Like, I'm
you're playing a
character.
character there, then you're
I'm playing a
allowed
character.
you're allowed to do that.
That's right.
So
I guess Hexy wasn't.
yeah, I guess Hexy
when-
was not playing a character, but
what
other
did he-
members were playing a character. Therefore, they are also excused.
Do we have the chat logs?
We do
Okay.
have a little bit. So
So
one of the things post game was call me toxic. Look at sub and ask yourself who's really toxic. GG, well played further. You'll need it. There was a question mark. Now we only have a piece. Okay, I want to disclose that. Just somebody posted this in the play on server, and then it's a question mark. I didn't say one word, and then Hexy replies, "You're right. In game, you didn't say a word. Too busy malding over game. One doing nothing, picking mag into Rubik. But in every other aspect, question mark, reflect on yourself. Peace." To me, that doesn't seem bad. Like, there's...
feel like I've seen worse in the Discord.
I've seen thousands
Is this
times worse.
after game 1 or is this after game 2?
I would
'Cause that plays a big role.
assume that
This
this
feels
is
like it's
after
after
game
game
2. Because it said...
It says you'll good luck further.
Yeah. Now, once again, we only have a chunk. And there's clearly shit, like, said beforehand, which was left out for XYZ reason. But, for example, like, we've seen worse in Discord, I'm going to, like, directly reflect on a comment that was said a couple weeks ago. Subvenir, you are a dog shit, hard stuck legend cuck who has the mental fortitude of a toddler in timeout. Your opinions on casting are frankly irrelevant. Respectfully.
He must have been playing a character, though.
Must have been
or
playing a
using
character
satire.
because what Hexy said here was not allowed. But what this individual said is, and was not picked up by the mods, and is clearly allowed because we'll go back into the Discord and we will delete messages because they're not welcome there. But this is clearly welcome because this was not deleted, and from what I understand, that community mods and admins read every single channel
Every
in
message.
the Discord, every single message.
Yep.
So why is this okay, but the other is not? And even going back
satire
into
and character playing,
Right.
clearly.
even going back into the game, game 2, a Radiant player says, "This game is over. Thank you for playing."
And that was when their axe got a triple kill, correct?
Yes. So it was.
So they just get a
100
triple kill?
yeah, they just get a triple kill. The axe makes, honestly, it was a great play. I don't know if you've seen the clip like in full, but
Yep.
the axe ball got the blink dagger, came in 3 chops right off the blink dagger. Great plays, great setup from the Rubik. It was beautiful actually to watch. But then immediately, the anti-mage in this game says, "This game is over. Thank you for playing."
See, that's in game.
That's in game. There's been nothing else stated before this. And then Huskar, LMFAO, And then Venge says, no all, please.
So right then, the Venge is on the Huskars team. And I think the Huskar is Hexy in this situation, just so people can follow around.
Yes.
The other people really aren't relevant. But a player on Hexy's team says, no all, please. So no all chat, which means you don't fucking know me. I don't know you. Shut the fuck up. Like, they're using that no all chat clause. That's kind of in the rules. So at that point, in my opinion, you can't say anything but the reason you're pausing or GG at the end of the game.
Yeah, you're actually showing that, hey, all chat is not welcome. Like, you're not, like, don't do this. We're not cool with you guys. You may think, or quote unquote, I fuck with Hexy. But clearly, like, the teams are not okay with this. They say, no all chat.
And then Rubik turns around and all chat.
5 seconds later, Rubik goes, you did last game, bro. So you're saying, okay, now it's fine. You've opened the gate. It was tried to be shut down.
Yeah.
You've opened the gate.
And you stuck your foot in and said, I'm not done yet.
Yeah, and then, like, it goes, it's just over. This guy off lane is like, whoa, you can't be real.
So I do want to touch on what the Rubik said, because he said you all chatted last game. And so last game, I look at the all chat, and at 8 minutes and 54 seconds, I see what I can assume is the only all chat they're talking about. And it's the Hexy saying, honestly, I'm impressed. Well played. So I'm assuming that's the all chat they're talking about.
Yeah. I would guess. Like, do you see anything else?
No.
I mean, and then...
And they didn't say no all chat, because they could have said, I thought we were friends, so they all chatted.
Yeah, because we brought this up before. It says, behavior in games. We are a fun league, but we expect players to treat each other with respect unless you know the players on the other team and are good friends. So, looking at that, it's clear, maybe not in the first game, because there wasn't really anything. It was like, honestly, I'm impressed. But game 2...
Yeah, and I don't know the context in which that was said in.
Sure.
To be fair.
Sure. But game 2, it was clear to say, hey, we're not good friends. No all chat, please. Like, that was clear BM. And then it just kind of goes on. Like, there was response to what they said. It was like, it's just over. Like, and then... the Huskar goes, this guy off lane is like, whoa, you can't be...
Yeah, the anime said it's over, and then a minute later, Huskar's like, it's just over.
Now, they opened the gate, and then the easy 2-0 LMAO.
Yeah, obviously unacceptable.
Yeah, that is unacceptable. But was it was the gate opened by the immediate, this game is over, thank you for playing? Like, to me...
You throw the first stone.
Thanks for playing easy 2-0 by that team. You threw the first stone. They're, like, responding because you're BMing. They're obviously pissed, and you BM'd and got your ass beat for it. Like, a 35-minute or 34-minute game, like, sub 35 minutes. Game's not close. You got stomped. Like, to me...
Yeah, if you're going to throw the first stone, fuck, you better be ready for that easy GG. Like, whether... Like, clearly not allowed. But neither's throwing the first stone, and if you are, it's clown.
So let me ask...
And I'm gonna assume it was not Hexy's team that submitted these screenshots and made the ticket about the behavior in the game.
No,
I'm going to assume it was the other team.
What I've read is that the team who submitted a ticket and all that stuff did state, we don't want punishment. Made it aware, but didn't want punishment. I could be wrong on this. It's really rough.
That's fine, but that's also kind of
relevant. Yeah, it's not your decision as a team whether or not there's going to be punishment. That's the admin's job. So whether or not you can defend yourself, say I don't want punishment, but at the end of the day, like, here's the thing I want to ask you, right?
Yeah.
Who should get the punishment? Should it be the anti-mage that said
both teams?
This game is over. Thank you for playing. Or should it be the Huskar that said easy 2-0? Or should the Faceless Void also be involved that also BM'd at the end and said thanks for playing? Or should it be all of them? Or should it be just 2?
I would throw out the Animage for 2 series, the Huskar for 1 for retaliation, and then the Faceless Void was just being cheeky, so I'd give him more. And that would be the end of it, in my opinion. You're gonna throw the first stone, you're fucked. Like, you're just done.
To add
retaliation, not acceptable. Easy GG, not something you should be fucking saying.
Right.
Give him a week, and then the other dude's just quoting what the dude said back to him. So I mean, like,
he's just being
touche. Yeah, touche.
You had it coming. I mean, it's
also we can't directly say that saying thanks for playing after the game is inherently toxic.
No. You're saying GG well played in a different way.
So there is,
like, thanks for playing the series.
But like, for real,
like,
I don't understand why other people, like, they said they're contemplating, but clearly nothing's happened.
So
it's been a day.
We've only gotten, undoubtedly, part of the story. Like, we've only got
of course.
a little bit of snips and all this stuff. Like, the results on Hexy, like, we don't know. But what I'm seeing is it's just as bad from this anti-mage. Right?
In theory.
It's just as bad for the anti-mage.
Now, we didn't actually touch on the Souvenir ticket.
Yeah, so we're going to get into that right now. So here was another piece. So another player who's also...
2 hours later, the same day.
Yeah, 2 hours later, was also named in another suspension. I'll also state in the snip that we do have...
Not a suspension.
Call me toxic, look at sub, and ask yourself who's really toxic. So what we got... And this was, what was it, 45 minutes, hour and 45 minutes later or something like that? I don't know, math is hard. Souvenir, currently not on an active roster. For background, Souvenir did leave the team after, and I actually, from what I've heard in other parts and seen, I don't fucking blame him. Souvenir, currently not on an active roster, will not be eligible to play the rest of Season 37 on any roster or as a stand-in. This will be reevaluated and possibly extended through Season 38 based on admin discretion. While the comments and behavior over many seasons that led to this decision entirely or almost entirely occurred outside of official games or lobbies, highlight that, the overall impact has been largely negative and has created many instances of drama that are unnecessary and have not fostered a positive environment in the league. Also highlight that Dota can bring out the worst in many of us, so let's use this as an opportunity to foster positive, encouraging behavior within the Discord and league. As an aside, this is not an open invitation to bash either player that has been suspended, and comments doing so will be addressed and deleted. So, he's suspended from the rest of Season 37. To me, who fucking cares? Yeah. I just left my fucking team. You're just saying, hey, don't come back on another team or don't stand in. Like, woo! Like, you know what I mean? But, in my opinion, if you're, like, first off, I am not gonna, like, I'm not a Souvenir enjoyer at all.
No.
So I'm not gonna, I am not going to...
Yeah, I don't give a fuck about any of these people. Fuck them. They're all pieces of shit. Again, satire playing character, but, like, fuck them. I don't care about these people.
What he did and the amount of negative actions within the community are very negative. Very fucking negative. The guy literally runs around the entire Discord saying, fuck you, you're trash, you're awful, like, you guys have no chance, I'm the best. Like, it just absolutely
he just run
terrible.
Teams down. He'd run teams down.
Now, he seems to be punished not for what happened in the game. Is that what you got from that?
So something on a note about that is the decision was entirely or almost entirely occurred outside of official games or lobbies, which makes me think that things that happen inside games and official lobbies are held to a higher standard.
That's the way that I
would that be your takeaway?
Yeah, especially because the stuff in the Discord has been going on for so goddamn long. Like, almost the past year. Or, like, majority of. So, it takes almost a year of bashing the community and being a total just negative person in order to, how should I say, like, in order to result in any form of punishment.
But was he playing a character? And maybe it was all just satire, though.
Clearly
And I
not.
feel like he shouldn't have to explain that, though.
Clearly
Like,
he
maybe he
was
has
not
to
playing
explain
one.
it.
Because the character that he was showing, because he was also doing content, which actually wasn't terrible content.
Well, I don't watch any of his fucking content. So. Except my boy Scurvy Dog.
Yeah,
We'll talk
Scurvy
about that later.
Dog. Yeah, we will talk about that later. But he has recently done some positive things, but I'm not gonna lie. Like, his positive has been like
Him being removed is a
of
positive to
content.
the league, yeah?
Yeah, him being released and suspended for like the remainder of this is absolutely a positive for the league. So I'm not trying to defend this guy, but the point that I'm trying to make is exactly what you said. It's held to a higher standard what happens in official games or lobbies.
Well, if I look back, thanks for playing. Or this game is over. Thanks for playing. Easy 2-0 LMAO. Weird. Interesting.
This guy's banned for one game.
I mean, this is basically an indefinite suspension.
Yeah, essentially. I mean, you're banned for the rest of season 37, in my opinion.
And maybe 38.
In my opinion, you should be banned through season 38 for all the negative shit that's come from this clown. But, like...
Oh, for sure. I don't even know why we let him back in.
I mean... And the other person in question, it's not much different. Like, you know this guy, like, he is a clown. Like, he literally just fucking, like... It's not much different between the two. Like, there are certain people within this community that literally have nothing ever positive to say. They don't really contribute anything other than bashing other people.
They're in all the drama.
Yeah, they're in all the drama. It's one of the same people that always come up. And we're nitpicking. Okay? I like the initial action of let's clean up the league. I think it's wonderful.
Yep.
But, like, are we now just sweeping some under the rug? We'll get rid of some of them, but we kind of like these people. So we're going to let them create absolute fucking chaos within the Discord. And we're going to sweep those under the rug because we like them. We've never had negative things against them. But because this guy, we don't like them, they're gone. Right? Like,
Yeah.
that doesn't make much sense.
If you're going to clean.
Yeah. Clean them all. And it's a positive thing. And I know this league hates
And
doing
for
this.
reference, I'm not saying that any negative person we have should be banned, all right? That's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying if you're going to clean and do this, clean. Hand out the fucking suspensions. People have known they've had it a long time fucking coming. Hit them with it.
There's some people who also know that they can do whatever the fuck they want because they're acting as a character.
Oh, it's a
And it's
character. It's satire.
Like, that, like, to me,
Right.
that's unbelievable. Like, at what point, like, once again, like, we're making this joke, like, not, like, constantly. We'll just randomly say, go fuck this guy. Like, we don't fucking like him. Like, fucking B-Jack Honeydew is an absolute douchebag. He's terrible at Dota. He can't win a game to save his life.
Well, she's a
But
piece
I'm
of shit.
playing it-
Frost is a
yeah.
piece of shit.
I mean, shit, I can't
Hungry
say...
Phoenix is a piece of shit.
I-
Juicy Panda's a piece of shit.
I can't say...
The mod team and the Discord are fucking
Oh,
awful.
man. Except for the Licky.
82 Aldermans are a fucking joke.
Like, but we're playing a character.
Havoc doesn't do shit.
It's satire.
It's satire.
So we get to say whatever we want. And that's not right, in my opinion.
No.
Like, you're trying to create a positive community, which the great community that 82L actually is. And it's such a wonderful community. Like, the amount that this community has even come together, like, even for, like, my events or your events, and, like, it's unbelievable how great this community actually is as a whole. And how great it really could be. It's just, if you're going to clean it up, fully clean it up, and make it known that if you're going to break these community rules, or you're not going to create a positive atmosphere in this, like, 99.9%
just don't create a negative one.
Yeah. Like, keep it the great thing that it is. Don't encourage those who, or like, show that some people are above it. Like, once again, we show that this anti-mage is clearly above it, and I don't understand it. Because he's BMing, and there's no way it's not. But there's no punishment being involved to him. Why is he not banned just as much as Hexy is? Why is he? Because the same person.
Because he's Rhino.
The same person, every single piece of content is either bashing somebody in the league, bashing this guy's shit, this team's shit, they're trash, you're trash. Like,
people in my bracket are shit.
Or a highlight video of him literally bashing people in the community. I mean, I'm not even kidding. Like, there was a fucking highlight video of this dude literally telling, like, Nightwolf, like, to go fuck himself, basically. And we celebrated it. Our admins celebrated it. We clapped hands. We were like, this is great content, king of content, for bashing people and telling them to go fuck themselves. They're trash. This is what we want, and we're showing that we want in this community. And that's unbelievable to me. Like, I'm just going to say, like, there was a post saying, I've been trying to get onto the podcast, like, Dose SinSanity podcast. It's never going to happen, because that's not what we're about. We're trying to create a positive atmosphere. Yes, we will say our opinions, and we will state, like, things, and sometimes bash the admins, which is not, we're not trying to do so, but we're not
trying to have a conversation.
Yeah, we're trying to have a conversation about it, and we bring them on to defend themselves and talk and have constructive things to say, because we care about the league. This isn't caring about the league. This is bashing people, like
some weird egotistical fucking
trying to put yourself ahead. Somebody quoted not too long ago in the 82L Discord something that he says. I play with player names off because nobody in my tax bracket. I don't need to know anyone's name. Good, brother. Like, you think you're really good for legend play. Like, I'm sure you are. I don't know. I've never played against you. I could honestly care less how you perform. I really don't care. If you perform great, awesome. Like, you've won, I think, 5 or 6 times? Congratulations. But I'm not going to say you're trash or fucking, like, I don't know, who hasn't won a fucking league. Like, you're bad because I've won Contender League before. You're shit. Like, I'm not going to say that.
Well, because I remember we eliminated his roster in season 34. I think it was 10 toes or something. And after he made a content piece, and he was like running players on my team, he ran Frost down as like the worst player in the fucking league. I don't think Frost knew him from a fucking hole in the ground. Like, he doesn't fucking know who you are. But you're just bashing my player, and he's supposed to just. As a captain, I'm supposed to just fucking take that? Like, fuck no. And then I believe Frost was telling me, like, even in this latest video, he started commenting on Frost. I don't think they're, like, as far as I'm aware, they're not fucking friends. Because when Frost was on my team, him and Rhino were not fucking friends. They never spoke. But you're just, like, shitting on people you don't even fucking know. But it's satire. He's playing a character. It's fine. The 82 admins, they don't give a shit.
But the character also goes over into other pieces of the Discord, and it also goes into other pieces of, like, into league games. And then you also witness it, and from what I understand, is it happened in an MD2L LAN, where he's standing up shouting at the other teams. Like, this isn't a character. This is him. Like, and even if it is a character, like, enough's enough. Like, if you want to clean house, issue the suspension, and shit, like, what he did in this game is no better than what Hexy did. If Hexy gets a game suspension, he needs to get his game suspension. We need to stop, like, categorizing and saying, well, I like this guy. He's quote-unquote king of content. Whew. Like, I mean, I can name a handful of guys, like, whose content is significantly better. But, like, I don't get it. I don't understand, and maybe this is just me. I don't understand the idea of just bashing an individual.
Well, clearly, it fosters a positive, encouraging behavior within the Discord and the league when he does it.
Well, it would
Because
have
otherwise,
to.
he would be removed on the basis Subbanir was removed on.
And it's a fun league where we expect players to treat others with respect. So clearly,
Respect for thee, but not for me.
Yeah, all of this is clearly it's respectful. The character that he's playing is like, yeah, it's respectful.
Oh, it's satire. We shouldn't have
It
to
is
explain
satire
that.
because it's a character, but Hexy is not a character. Subbanir is not a character. I would literally categorize him the same as these two. And I just don't get it. Like, I don't. Like, I feel like they're just tiptoeing around specific people. And, like, shit, I mean, we've gotten a warning, haven't we, JMO?
Yeah, we did receive a warning.
We got a warning to not
at the start of this season.
Yeah, to not read the rules.
Yeah, we're not allowed to read the rules.
And we can't, like, state stuff like that. But
we can't word for word read the rules.
But this shit is allowed. And that blows my mind. It means that we're tiptoeing. We hold people above the league standard and what we're trying to press as the league. And that's not okay. Like, I mean, I love this community. I really do. I mean, I do so much shit for fucking free and so much work for fucking free. Like, just to create...
You do free work?
Dude, I don't even know. I don't even know what paid work is, to be honest.
The PSGS Invitational.
But, like, it's because there's so many great people in this league. And, like, I could name... God, I'd run out of hands and feet to even fucking count toes and shit of how many great people and quality people there are in this league. But, like, we celebrate the negativity. For example, there was a content piece released by, not even a content piece, it was just player comps that we celebrate. I'm not even shitting you. Like, somebody literally goes, oh, this reminds me of my my high school basketball days of being chewed out from the coach. This is fantastic. Great work. Great captaining of screaming at your team. I mean, shit, dude. Like, listening to this, it was like somebody screaming and almost tearing up at the same time because they're so worked up and so pissed off. I could just see tears running down from, like, his face as he's yelling at the top of his lungs at his team.
What made it best is it's fucking like PA or some shit.
Yeah, he's playing PA, which is one of the worst, like, the worst fucking carry in the meta. Like, we get to hear how it's not my fault too, which is also funny. Like, you picked this hero, you played this hero, trash.
You have to have players deafening themselves because they just can't fucking
like there's
handle the environment.
We had a talk about this. Like, if players deafening yourself, what do you take that as a captain?
That's all a failure on the captain to handle the situation, manage the team, manage the environment. Like, that's a leadership failure, and that's it.
So the way that you address this is you pause. There's no mechanical shit going on. There's nothing that's affecting you from playing the game. Your team's having a mental breakdown. The captain's having a mental breakdown because they're losing, because you can't handle it, because you just literally went on content for the last God knows how long saying that you're the fucking greatest that's ever fucking played. Your team's like a top 2 team. There's only one team that can compete with you. You're top 5 guaranteed. It's not even close. Like, no one can even, like, who's not a top 5 team can even.
Well, yeah, if you're not top 8, you shouldn't even show up or something.
Yeah,
something like that.
And you're going through this, and now you're getting your ass beat by a team that you believe that you should dominate. But your team's having a meltdown. So you want to pause. Is that proper use of pausing? Just throwing this out there.
Within 82L, yeah.
It is actually, yeah.
You just need a reason.
I'm not gonna read the rule because we're not allowed to do that.
We're not allowed to read the rules. But you can be winning as you're taking the ancient and then just pause. Yeah. And you can use your whole pause time.
You use all 8 minutes, make them wait.
Yep.
And it's not BMing, by the way, because
no, it wouldn't be BM.
As long as you say that
You just
I've got
say anything.
My mouse died or something.
You can, no. You can just say I want to wait.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I want to pause.
Yeah,
You don't actually need a reason. You just have to state a reason. It could be anything.
But is that abuse, by the way? Is that a problem that we welcome that kind of use of pausing?
I think the pause rule's dog shit.
Okay, we're not going
pauses
to.
are
Don't
for
want to read it.
Technical. No, I don't want to read it. But pauses should be used for technical fucking issues, not to regain your composure as a team, because you're crying like a bunch of fucking pussies.
But not to like come off of like this shit. Like it's like, is this?
No,
like
I'm playing a character.
You listen to this, right? Like, is it not toxic the way that he reacted to it?
Oh,
is screaming at the top of your
toxic.
lungs, like at your teammates, to say.
See,
like,
but this is what's weird.
Okay, go ahead.
Is that 82L admins? They don't. They're whatever happens between teammates, they don't give a shit, right? Like it's not part of the league. They don't really care. Well, I mean, it is part of the league, but they don't for some reason really care. You can be toxic to your teammates. You're allowed to. So take notes, guys. You can scream at your team if you want to be the worst captain in the league. But then in the Subbanir case, he got removed for shit that was happening outside official games and lobbies, which may not even have necessarily been in the Discord because it doesn't really state. It's just weird that we want to foster this good behavior, this positive environment within the league, and then we see videos of captains. Some would say chewing out. I would say crying to his team. That's the way I took it.
We celebrated. We fucking celebrated.
It'd be celebrated, yeah.
That's beyond.
How is that the positive environment?
Yeah.
It's such a fucking clown joke.
And then like, here's the bit too, is someone stated that it reminds this got me so bad. It reminds me of high school basketball and being motivated by my coach. Isn't motivating is saying, I'll fucking kick you, I don't care. Like, dude, kick me? Fuck it, dude. Like,
I'm already gone at that point. If
like,
you're gonna try to speak to me, like, I'm a grown ass man.
I know. Like,
we're not 12-year-olds playing fucking basketball.
I've played college sports. Like, I've had coaches that are big yellers. But you don't yell and say, I'll fucking kick you and all this shit. Like, you don't yell like that. Like, you yell constructive shit, like, and things along those lines. And even then, I was a fucking kid being taught how to react to authority. Like, I don't need a fucking kid yelling at me. I'm a grown-ass man. Like, and that's what it is. Like, you can say you're a grown-ass man, but if you're yelling like that, you ain't a grown-ass man, dude. I'm sorry about you. Like, that's not the case. And, like, does it help your performance? No. Fuck no. You think your team played better after that? Fuck no. You got dumpstered. Like, there's no positivity to that in any sort of form of, like, how can this help the team? Pausing in the middle of the game, screaming because your tilted player is muted because you can't deal with the fucking comms in the game. You can't deal with your teammates. So I'm going to pause the game and scream at everybody, and that's going to solve the issue. Hey, man, you're right. All of a sudden, I'm good. I feel great now. Let's win. Best friends.
You're right.
Like, holy fuck. We celebrate that. We fucking celebrate it. And then you see people leaving the team. And, like, don't get me wrong, like, Subbanir, dude, cannot stay on a fucking team. Like, maybe the last 2 seasons, 3 seasons. I think it's like
I had a bet running with somebody, actually, on that.
I think it was me. It was like 3.5 weeks. And then,
I think so.
It was like, what's going to be first? Rhino kicks a player or Subbanir quits?
Yeah, that's right.
It was, in fact, so those of you who picked Subbanir quits, it was that one. I think he did it 2 or 3 times this season. But I almost don't blame him for this season. I'm not going to lie. Like, if that's the way my comms are in games, like, as soon as something goes wrong, we're going to fucking mute our mics. we're gonna scream at the top of our lungs. My captain is gonna act like a fucking child. Sorry, that's satire. I'm acting as a character.
Yeah, there's all satire here.
But like,
We shouldn't have to
you're
explain
gonna
it at this
scream
point,
at the
guys.
top of your lungs. Fuck, man, I don't blame them. Who would want to be in an environment of that? Like, we are a quote unquote, we are a fun league where we expect players to treat others with respect. Well, I don't feel like that's a fun league. That's not the way I want to spend my Thursday nights. Not with people like that. That's crazy. Madness. Why would I fucking say it? Shit, that's the reason I fucking left initially. Like, this season. Because my captain is just, like, screaming. Like,
It was
and
not a
my teams are
fun league
screaming. No,
where
it's
respect
not
is
what I want to
being-
spend my next three and a half months with. I don't
Yeah, then you
want...
came to PSGS.
Yeah, well, shit. I mean, not to say you're better, but what was the first thing that you stated? Like, before the first exact game. And if you don't remember, I'll say it for you.
You know what? I'll have you say it. I do remember, but you know, it'd be nice to hear it from somebody else.
Yeah, you told the team, if there is any toxic behavior, I will quit. It is not welcome here. I will abandon the game, and we will take a 2-0 loss because there is no toxic behavior between teammates that are going to be like welcome here. These are your team. This is what you're going to be playing with for the next like three and a half months. We are going to get along, and if you can't, then I'm going to abandon. I will take the 2-0 because it's not worth being tilted.
Zero toxicity policy, baby.
Yeah. I mean,
like even if like I wouldn't want to be in a team where it was like that. Like I just wouldn't play. I don't care if it was winning. I don't care. You're not gonna treat your fucking teammates with disrespect. Even the other team, like you just treat them with fucking respect.
And we've talked about this. We hold captains to higher standards.
Us personally, yes.
Yeah, us personally. That's what I mean. Like, us on a dose of SinSanity. Hold captains to a higher standard. And this isn't just following rules. This is every single action that you perform in a game as a captain is amplified.
Yeah,
like not even
everything
but
mechanical. Everything but mechanical.
Yeah, it's.
I don't care if you're the best button pusher on your team. Like,
the way that you direct your team, the way that you behave and you act, and the leadership that you show is amplified because you're not just another player. You care. Everybody should care. Most people care. Actually, you know what? We're a fun league, so there are teams who really don't care, and that's okay if that's the consensus of your team. But like, you losing your mind, that's amplified as if like you're just random ass like Pos 3, who's just a member of the team, loses their mind. It's amplified when the captain does it. It's seen as acceptable behavior by the rest of your team. You think it's going to fix things later on? It doesn't. It does not fix things. It makes things worse because that's the precedent that you held and you've shown is welcome within the team atmosphere. That's not okay. And like I said, I mean, captains are leaders. They're supposed to be leaders. And I understand some people get thrown into that leadership role, and sometimes you have to grow as a captain and a leader. But that's not how you do it. And there's ways to reset your team. And I mean, like Jamokin, like shit, you're my captain this season. How would you reset us if we got tilted? Other than literally abandoning, but like if we get a little upset.
Yeah.
Or even just our own general gameplay.
In the game, once the team has tilted, it's a little hard to reset in game. It becomes very situational. You try to like find a good play and like get the boys going again. Really, like I'll never forget. We're in that game, and we were behind, and like somebody showed mid, and we just like 5-man smoked, blew all our spells, and like ran away before the enemy team could like TP. And like, you know, morale isn't at the highest point because we're losing this game, right? I'm not gonna say we were tilted because I don't believe we were, but like that would have been a situation where it'd be like, it's just like that's how we fucking do it. Like, let's go, boys. You know, you try to get the boys back on the train. And then between games, it's a little easier. You know, you can give everybody a couple minutes,
you have the
calm
platform.
down. Yeah, you can, you know, step up, make a speech, whatever.
Here's an example I'm going to use because this is most relevant of game 2 this past week. I was getting really, I don't want to say tilted. I was getting in my own head because my spell usage was really, really shit, and I was missing spells that I don't miss. And Licky said something to me in lane. He's like, hey, look, you're playing fine. They're still resulting in kills. We're dominating the lane. It's okay. Like, just keep going. Like, we're fucking them up. Like, it's okay. And then sure as shit, I end the laning stage 4-on-1. Like, it resets you. When you have positive things that come to you, and it's like, instead of concentrating on all the negative shit that's going on, you focus on the positive things. Like, negative, I've said this for God knows how long. Negative actions are like a fucking cancer. And
yeah, negativity breeds negativity.
It spreads very, very, very quickly. Positive behavior does not. It's hard. People can't focus on the positive behavior, especially when one negative thing goes. Because, I mean, look at your pubs. One person says one negative thing, and you're like, fuck this guy the rest of the game. Fuck him.
Yeah.
Fuck him.
Everybody
like,
starts dogpiling.
Yeah.
Because nobody wants to be the reason they lose in a pub. Because if it's not your fault we lost, that means it's mine. And I don't like that.
We don't like that. But
we don't like that.
When we look at like the positivity and shit, and we focus on, yo, this is an insane play. Good job. A great job, team. Like, we got our pick. We got out before, like, we're behind. We got our kill on a big target. We got out before we could lose the fight. And then that's how we're going to play this. Let's get some farm, create some, like, map space with this hero not there. Like, that's good positive shit. Like, you're concentrating, your focus is on the positive things that are going. And it makes everyone feel good, like, better about their play. And it actually affects the way that they play in the game. I mean, both actions, negative or positive actions and responses, affect how people play in games. If you are going to say otherwise, fuck, please show me data. But like,
do you remember what you said to me after week 1?
What's that?
About in-game comms? You're like, you spent like half the game just like complimenting people. You're like, every time I did anything good, you were always like, that was good, like good shit, nice.
Fuck,
that was huge.
Like that in Rocket League.
Yeah, you have to
3 weeks
make sure you have to make sure the boys are good. Like, keeping people up is the most important thing, because once they go down, it's a fucking hell of a lot harder to go up. And that, like you're saying, the negativity will breed negativity. That'll only bring other people down. So like nipping it right at the start and making sure everybody feels valid and everybody knows you're trying hard, right? This is kind of touching on the scurvy content, which we do kind of plan to touch on a little later. But like, your team is all there. They're all trying their best. They might not be having a good game. Something might not be going right. Whatever. But everybody's there to try their best. And if you think they're not, you're most likely the fucking problem, not your team.
Yeah, actually, let's talk about the Scurvy Dog. First off, huge fans of Scurvy Dog.
Big Scurvy Dog.
The research that he does and like the things that he actually provides and the things that he's working to strive to continue positive bits of the community. Like, holy shit, like, this is what we need more of. Like we were talking before. We need Scurvy Dog content who is going through and talking. Like, if you're a captain and you don't watch Scurvy Dog content, holy shit, you're in the
start.
Wrong. Like,
you better start.
It's so good. Like, it tells you, like, how, like, to communicate properly within the team setting. What is the most, like, efficient way to do so? How to address issues.
And, how to build team cohesion.
Yeah, and build, like, an actual team. The leagues that everyone's playing in, your ranks are, for the most part, like, in a very general position. Like, everyone's about the same rank. There's a few discrepancies, but like not huge ones. It's not like you have top like 10, 50 players playing against like your top 2000s in like a 3K, 4K difference between like person. You're like between teams, like on average, like I think the most would be like 150 MMR per person, maybe. Like,
yeah.
It maybe like it's not much of a difference. This is where like your team atmospheres, when you have a legitimate team who knows how to play around each other and like can actually communicate effectively and understands the game that they're trying to play and how to operate the drafts that they're trying to do in the most effective way. Those are the teams that win, and those are the teams who you have these massive MMR discrepancy teams, and then you beat them because your team just works better.
Yep.
And if you're not watching this stuff, like, shit, good lord. But, like, that's a positive influence to the league. That's positive content. All these guys, like, fucking Stanny, Rusty, and I think, I forget the 1,000 people that are on this content each week. Like, all the other guys who do, like, the league content of predictions and going over the games to provide something really fucking cool that is free. Like, they're dedicating their time, like, to do this stuff. Fuck Zen. Like, I don't know, like, if anyone's seen Zen's content recently, but he's working with all the casters and he's doing how-to tutorials and creating an open atmosphere town hall and allowing people to come in, ask him questions on how do I transition from, like, team fight to, like, before the team fight to the team fight after. How do we, like, just put on our settings. Like, his content is unbelievable. And all this work that he's doing to benefit the community. He doesn't have to do this. The guy gets paid to cast fucking Super Smash. He doesn't have to do these things. But, like, he does because he loves, like, what he does. He
trying to do good for the
league. And he's trying to do good for the league. Why are we not celebrating this?
Or even people like Kino that are like trying to get 8012 community involved with like other events and like just playing Dota, and they always have like wacky shit going on, like the Pudge Wars and whatnot. Like there's just wacky fun stuff to go do.
Yeah.
Like why is this stuff? Why aren't we bringing this stuff up?
Why are we
and like celebrating all the good people are doing? Why are we?
We celebrate the negative content and we sweep it under the rug. But, like, I want to get back to Scurvy. Like, once again, like, geez, we are huge fans of Scurvy. If you guys haven't checked it out, we had 2 back-to-back episodes where we brought on Scurvy, talked about his research, his background, the pillars of which he addresses. And we even brought in, like, but we talked about the similarities of what he was telling us and what teams did in TI.
Yeah.
And, like, how Tundra won, and a big aspect of them choking versus winning all of a sudden, and what the difference was in that.
So, something I do want to point out. If you're a listener, I want you all to go watch the Rhino clip where he's screaming at his team. And then right after that, when they do the pause and he finishes crying, I want you to go watch the Scurvy Dog content, all right? And I want you to tell me if you can pick out what happened in that clip you previously watched compared to what Scurvy is telling you, if you think that was the correct thing. And then leave your response in the comment.
Yeah.
You can't. You're an idiot.
Yeah,
you disagree with Scurvy, you're a fucking idiot.
I agree. But then again, I mean...
That's not satire, by the way. Like, I'm not... Like, you're actually a fucking idiot.
Yes. I would agree. But I also am curious if somebody disagrees with it. I want to understand why. And I want to see why. Because that's more discussion, and we welcome discussion here. Like, if you don't like what we're saying...
I kind of want to just throw it under the rug.
In all honesty, if you don't like what we're saying, I would like to understand why. And not just, you're trash and all this stuff. Like, the typical negative stuff that comes. I want to understand why you think what we're saying is wrong. And we can have a discussion about it. I would love to have a discussion about it. But we want positivity in the league. And it's gotten to the point where we're so sick and tired of all the negative stuff being celebrated. This community is wonderful and led by wonderful people. As much as we bash the admins, like, I can't say, and this is being real here, I cannot say that there's not a single admin that isn't trying to benefit the league. They may view things differently than us. And a lot of
even
times
Dobbs?
they do.
You think so?
I honestly do.
Even Dobbs? Okay.
To be real, I think every single one of these guys are doing things that they feel are beneficial to the league. Like, people care about this. I'm just tired of seeing these people celebrated and mistakenly celebrated by admins at a lot of times for the negativity that they bring to the league. They say it's content. Shit. I mean, I'm gonna call out another person. Like I know we typically like say we're not calling out, but since we're on that fucking trend today, Daddy.
Well, yeah, we're characters and stuff there.
We're characters set there. Daddy Odin at the beginning of the season asked to be in captain chat so that he can bring out more drama and celebrate the fucking drama. Why?
How is that not just straight negativity?
Yes. Why is that okay? Why are we making like posts defending that action?
Dude, I don't know. I feel like it's they're half-assing the cleaning, just like you said earlier in that Discord comment. Subanir, you're a dog shit hard stuck legend cuck who has the mental fortitude of a toddler. Like, how is
Quote
that
unquote,
instantly?
by the way. This is not us saying this. This was a post grab, and I'll fucking like. If you're the one that's listening to this and you're the one that says this, I don't even feel bad about calling this out. But it on January 13th, 2023 at 8:15 Central Time, so 9:15 Eastern, there was a post that said, Subanir, you are dog shit, hard stuck legend cuck who has the mental fortitude of a toddler in timeout. Your opinions on casting are frankly irrelevant, respectfully. How is that okay and left in the Discord?
Like, I don't like if we're going to clean. My biggest issue is not I want everything to be fucking all happy sunshine. I don't honestly give a fuck. If we were allowed to BM in games, whatever. But I hate this fucking 50-50 bullshit. Have it one way or the other. I hate this. Well, some shit's allowed to fucking fly and other shit's not. It's just the same thing with the fucking rules being so fucking ambiguous where, well, you can all chat if they're friends. Who the fuck knows if you're friends? I might think I'm friends with Greco, but he might fucking hate me if we played in a game.
Oh, I'll straight up tell you, if we're playing against each other and you all chat me like that, I'll tell you to go fuck yourself. That's not okay. I don't care if you're my best friend.
Like, so, like I just hate this 50-50 bullshit the fucking league does, man.
It needs to stop.
It feels so half-assed.
You want to start, you go back and you look at this. And Rhino, who commented BM, and it was straight up BM, and then met with laughing, and then somebody saying, no all chat, please. And then his team literally doing, like, coming back at it. Why is that not punished? Why are we allowing people in this Discord community to be negative, but then we're only banning one person? I don't get it. If we're going to clean up the league, if we're going to set the precedent, it's got to be the all for everybody. And that's honestly, like, all of our things talking about the admins, even coming down from, like, recently with the 15 ring games. We just want everything to be on the same page and nothing to be different.
And again, I want to reiterate, I'm not asking for people to be banned. Like, obviously that bar is going to be high for specific reasons. But punish them. Like, actually do some cleaning. At least slap them on the fucking wrist so that people can see that this shit is not okay.
If you go and you make a post, and I'm going to add on to this, if you make a post and say, while the comments and behavior over many seasons that led to the decision entirely or mostly entirely occurred outside of official gamer lobbies, the overall impact has been largely negative and has created many instances of drama that are unnecessary and have not fostered a positive environment in the league. If that's what you're saying in admin decisions, this cannot be just for this one person. It has to be every single person that has been involved in such things. You can't just punish one person for something that other people have been doing constantly. If you're cleaning for this, then fucking clean. I mean, to put in, like, also reality, this guy has left the Discord. He has left his team. He's not even, like, a part of the 82L, like, community right now. He's a ghost. Until he returns, he's a ghost that is being talked about and is created an example of. We'll create the example on top with other people who are doing the same thing. I love seeing suspensions. It's not a fucking, like, it's not a secret. I love to see the admins acting on specific things to create the positive thing, like positive.
Authority is sexy, man. What can you say?
It's awesome. I fucking love it. But it can't be just this person and not the other. It's got to be, this is, like, if you're saying this, it's got to be the same for everybody. And it can't just be, I don't like this guy. Well, you don't like this guy, fine. But what about the person that you do like that's doing the same exact shit? Is that positive? Is it okay because, hey, king of content, bitches? You know what I mean? Like, not okay. It's really not. Like, I get it. Some of you have played on his team. Some of you guys do like him. And I'm sure, like, generally one-on-one, he could be a good dude. Like, people fucking hated Nightwolf. One-on-one talks with him. I like the guy. One-on-one. Was he doing in the Discord creating a positive environment? Fuck no. And we had talks about that too. And I'm sure that Summoner one-on-one, pretty decent guy. I'm sure that
most
Rhino,
people you talk to one-on-one are fine.
probably a decent guy. But
I don't think I had any issues with Rhino in my DMs.
Yeah, if you create the precedent that negativity in the community is not welcome or it's going to be impactful for a season-long ban, it cannot be one person when there's multiple people doing this. We need to celebrate the people who are constantly evolving the community. Zen, who's doing wonderful, wonderful things for the casting community. Amazing things for the casting community. When Stage brought up the new Discord for 82L production and the team of people that were leading that, celebrate that shit. That's incredible what people are doing. They're helping other people be better at what they're doing, and we know there's an avenue to take step ups because we've seen it. We've seen people in TI Grand Finals who are fucking casting that are from this league. There is an opening from this. We've seen people who have played in this league and are now competing to get onto the pro circuit. There's avenues. Allow people, or celebrate the people who want to benefit the Discord, who want to benefit the community. Stop celebrating the people who are a fucking negative, who want to bring everybody down because they think that they stand on a fucking hill by themselves. That they are the tip top of the mountain, that no one can fuck with them. Stop celebrating them. Celebrate Scurvy Dog, who is doing wonders for presenting research that, fuck man, like, people pay for that. You can punish, or you can literally publish the shit that he's done. He has a fucking doctorate in what he's doing and what he's showing. He's giving you his fucking research. And he's giving it to the community.
Premium content. That's shit you
pay for.
Like, top-end teams pay for. High-end teams pay fucking top dollar for that kind of shit.
I mean, fuck. That's the shit that turned Tundra into a TI winning team. And they will tell you that's a huge piece of why they won TI. The same shit that Scurvy is doing. And if you don't know his background, I'll tell you again. This dude has been on interviews with fucking EG, with fucking OG, with fucking Liquid. Like, he's giving you this shit for free. People pay for this. They fucking
Organizations pay huge bucks for this shit.
But we're not going to celebrate him. We're going to celebrate the king of content that does nothing but create fucking highlight videos of himself bashing the fucking community and say premium content. This is me not being a fucking, like, this is not satire, what I'm about to say. Go fuck yourself if you celebrate that stuff. Be positive towards the community. Keep creating avenues to bring people together. Kino doing all these wonderful fucking things at MTL. Like, fucking Subwoofer putting in the ridiculous amount of work to bring
the Grin charity event. Like, there's just so much good in the community.
Esports. Like, I didn't want to say it because I'm involved in it. But shit, they dragged me to it. Like, this is Grin shit. This is the third charity event that they've done. They actually, like, Damage Gaming saw this, and they're like, we want to get involved. They're not just creating, like, one-time events. They're encouraging others to get involved to donate to other charities. Like, we're doing amazing things in this community. Like, it's absolutely unbelievable. And this is, like, the small list of people that, like, have such positive things. Please, 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 for God's sake, stop celebrating a negative shit. Stop giving people free passes, and celebrate the ones who are doing things for the community. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of the negativity.
Me too.
Yeah, I'm gonna be fired up for a while, but You got anything else to add, man?
Uh, Again, if you're under Divine, you're fucking dog shit. Speak up to me. Fucking losers.
Satire, remember, don't read rules.
Satire, I'm a character, baby.
Don't read rules.
Don't read the. I can't read them. I don't let the fucking read them.
Well, she missed a good one. Adios. See you guys next time.
Adios.